Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. We have 2 games left to play of the 2027-2028 season, and we have a chance, a small chance, but we certainly do have a chance of getting European football. I think technically we could get Champions League football if everything goes our way. That's not going to happen. In between episodes, we have played 3 more games, starting off with a 3-0 victory against Leeds United. Thiago Almada and Joe Willock with the goals. Joe Willock, by the way, might end up getting goal of the season for his goal, so we'll see that possibly later on in the episode. Then a 0-0 draw with Norwich. Not a lot we can really say about that, other than should have really beaten Norwich. Then up against Aston Villa, a 2-1 victory here. Fite up with both the goals. It means the league table going into the final 2 games looks a bit like this. We are currently 8th place in the table, 65 points, 2 points behind 6th place Leicester City, which is obviously, that is kind of our target. We need to be trying to get into Europe. The Europa League is realistically the only one we can go for. We can get Champions League if Arsenal lose all of their games, and if nobody else in between us, so Chelsea, Leicester and Everton, also lose all of their games, then we might be able to finish 4th. Maybe even 3rd, actually, if Man City keep losing games. Without further ado then, it is time to play Manchester City. I've just realised Man City are one of those teams that we're technically chasing for 4th place. If we lose this, we can't finish anywhere, can we? We can't finish any higher. We need to beat Man City. We need to beat Man City. We need to hope that Chelsea beat Leicester. Then we are in with a chance. Arsenal have already beaten Fulham today, so yeah, Arsenal we can't catch anymore. So we're aiming for 6th. The starting lineup then for the Man City game. We are almost back to full strength. It is only Christcholi that is realistically missing. In goal is going to be Adonam, Restrepo, Andre Zola and Santos as that back 4. Charles Cesar, Guendouzi and Lewis Cook in the middle of the pitch. Marlon Charles and Edson as the wingers, with Gerardini as the striker. Edson, by the way, is the 3rd top scorer in the Premier League. He's just been quietly going about his business, hasn't he? 9 seasons in, Ederson, Laporte, Foden and Sterling all still at Manchester City. And Bernardo Silva. They are not selling anyone, are they? Also, they've got a player on their subs bench who is called Blom, who is clearly a new gen, who has a lovely grey beard and a ginger haircut. 10 minutes in so far, we've had no highlights until the corner from Phil Foden comes in. It's cleared, and now Ederson, the Brazilian, can get past his man. He's just going to run straight for goal, isn't he? He's got Gerardini off to his left-hand side. Ederson, 1-on-1 with the keeper. It's a fairly easy save from Ederson. Another corner for Foden. Comes in towards the front post. Guendouzi heads clear only as far as Raheem Sterling. We've got someone closing it down. Foden gets it back. Plays it back to Asunsao, maybe? Across on the left. Sandro Tonali, the Italian, cuts inside to the penalty area. Tries to cross it in. Does so. Sterling's at the back post. Adonam holds on to the ball. Goal kick for Adonam to Fernando Zelaya. Forward to Cesar. Now Guendouzi lumps it up to the left-hand side to find Marlon Charles, who's running straight towards the goal. Goes for goal. His effort isn't the best. Goes wide of the post. 34 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. And at half-time, it remains 0-0. And so far, today's 3 fixtures that are currently taking place are all 0-0 at half-time. What an exciting time to be alive, everybody. We've not done any changes at half-time. They have actually been playing okay. We've got to remember, this is Man City. We're not playing Norwich, which is a team that I always struggle against. We're playing Man City. They're obviously a very good side. Nothing's happening in this match, is it? Nothing at all. Corner for Bernardo Silva, who's just come on the pitch. Laporte's header hits the top of the bar and goes over. Right, we need to do something. Lewis Cook and Guendouzi both not doing so well. Let's do Cook off. I never sort my subs bench out. I will never learn. I will absolutely never learn to sort my subs bench out. Right, we're doing a big old rearrange. We're going to do Restrepo we're doing that. We're doing that. We're then doing Guendouzi off for Thiago Almada. Marlon Charles obviously dropped into left back. Restrepo into midfield. Almada as that inside forward on the left-hand side. Probably all we're going to do at the moment. We do still need to get rid of Lewis Cook if we can. It's a corner for Man City, apparently. It's going to be Bernardo Silva once again takes it with his left foot towards the back post. Harwood Bellis is there. The ball is still not quite cleared, and now it's saved by Adonam. It's a good save from the Brazilian goalkeeper. The left back, Marlon Charles, to take the throw. Forward to Almada. Back to Charles once again. He's going to run forward. He's going to go down the left if he wants to. Is he going to? Just going straight towards goal. Forces a save out of Ederson. We win ourselves a corner with 20 minutes to play. I think it's going to be, I was going to say Almada, it's Edson going over to take the corner towards the back post. It's headed clear. Charles Cesar is going to collect it though. The Brazilian deep-lying playmaker for us. Plays it back to Johnny Santos. Zelaya. Charles Cesar again. Santos wants it if he needs him. Santos does get it. Highlight just ends. Another one starts. Tonali forward. Finds Sterling. No, he doesn't. Johnny Santos nicks the ball away. Now Edson can run forward. Keeps going, does the young Brazilian. Goes for a long-range effort. Curls it over the bar. This is going to be 0-0. Edson's having a very rare off day. He's on a 6.2, so he's going to be subbed off for Fite up. We're going to stick Gerard Dini as that right-sided midfielder. We still need to really get Lewis Cook off because he's not doing so good, but we've got no central midfielders on the bench. And nothing's happening anywhere in this game. I think Chelsea and Leicester are still drawing as well. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to play, and we do have a highlight potentially going our way. Charles Cesar, Leicester have taken the lead. If it stays this way, we're not getting European football, are we? Cesar to Restrepo. Cesar gets the ball back forward again at Lewis Cook now. Feet up. Someone's making a run. It's Girardini into the area. Is he going to score a goal? He's not going to score a goal. It's a great block from the defender. It's going to be a corner with under a minute to play. It is going to be Almada going over to take it towards the middle. Fite Arp is there, and Fite Arp has scored in the 93rd minute. That surely has to be a winner. Does that mean that we still have an outside chance? Do we still have a chance to finish inside the top 6? What a header that is from the German. I think it does, you know. I think it genuinely does. There was 2 points between us and 5th and 6th place sides. So, going into the final game of the season then, which is up against Swansea, which is a team that we realistically should be beating quite comfortably, we have a chance of getting European football again. Well, ultimately it was quite a boring day of football, wasn't it, on the Sunday? Just the 4 goals across the 4 matches, Arsenal beating Fulham, which basically secures themselves Champions League football. Yes, it does. Then Leicester beating Chelsea, which is not ideal, but it does mean that both Leicester and Chelsea can now be caught. Obviously, we beat Man City, which means we can also still catch Manchester City. However, their goal difference is quite a lot better than ours. Quite a lot better than ours. So, looking at the teams who we are battling, Leicester City have to play Huddersfield on their final game of the season. They're 12th, so they're not an awful side. You kind of assume that they're going to be one of the worst sides in the league, but they actually seem to be doing alright in my save. Chelsea, who are they playing in their final game? It is going to be someone good. It's Manchester United. It is Manchester United. We might be able to leapfrog Chelsea. We need to win. They need to lose. That would fix the goal difference situation. Right, okay. Let's go forward to the final game of the season then against Swansea. So, as it is the final game of the season, everybody is obviously playing at the same time. We need to hope that Manchester United and Huddersfield do us a favour. Realistically, we only need one of them to do us a favour, but if they could both do it, that would be marvellous. The starting lineup then for the final game of the season is the same as the last match, bar one little change. Adonam will keep his place in goal, although he is now receiving injections because he's actually picked up an injury, which means he's going to be out for 3 weeks. And I didn't really want him to miss the final game of the season, so he's having some injections. He'll be fine. Johnny Santos, Zelaya, Andre and Restrepo will be the back 4. Charles Cesar as the deep-lying playmaker. Guendouzi and Cook in the middle. Edson and Charles as the wingers, as you know. And Fite Arp, the goal-scoring hero against Manchester City, comes into the starting 11. Another good bit of news for the Swansea side. Their top goal scorer isn't playing for them. Do you know why? It's because it's Nicky Monasterio, and he's mine, and he's not allowed to play against me. 12 minutes on the clock and we have our first highlight of the final game of the season. Amos to Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the centre circle for Swansea. Finds Melbourne. On the left is Danny Loader making a run. He's got some space because for some reason Johnny Santos left him. He got past Santos as well. We're 1-0 down. Juan Pablo Krilanovic with the opening goal of the game. He scored 3 goals all season because Nicky Monasterio is their first striker. And of course he scored against us. Corner for Besant, steps up, number 7 does, towards the back post. Andre gets it clear, and now Edson can hopefully put in a decent performance in this match. Runs straight down that right-hand side like he did in the previous match. Goes for goal straight at Majecki, sure. Makes the save. Still 1-0 to Swansea. Throw on the right for Santos. 10 minutes of the first half to play. Edson into the area, goes for goal. Marlon Charles is there. He's pulled off an equaliser. And more importantly, possibly, maybe not so much, but importantly, Huddersfield have just taken the lead against Leicester. We do still need to find a winner. We do need to get ourselves a winner. Restrepo's throw to the goal scorer Marlon Charles. Where is the Englishman going to go? Gets past his tackle, keeps running forward into the centre of the pitch, keeps going, does the young Englishman, goes for goal, forces a great save out of the keeper, winning ourselves a corner. 6 minutes to play of the first half. It's going to be Edson going over to take it from that right-hand side towards the back post. Guendouzi's going to get the headed clearance. In the middle to Andre, the central defender. Across to Cesar. Back to Andre once again. Highlight just ends. Chelsea are beating Man United. Chelsea have moved up to 4th place. Chelsea are beating Manchester United. Yes, they are. Huddersfield, though, are beating Leicester. We just need to do our job and score that winning goal against Swansea. Time for an angry team talk. Let's shout at everybody. I mean, it's Andre. Andre's on a 6.2. Was it your mistake? I don't know. We're keeping him on for now, although Munoz is on the bench. Munoz, by the way, just in case you didn't notice, he's got a transfer agreed. He's joining us in the summer. Charles Cesar gets Restrepo's throw, gets the ball back, does the Colombian fullback, who can also play in central midfield now because I've been training him there for pretty much the entire season. Cesar plays it across to Santos. Santos in the middle to Cesar once again. Guendouzi to Edson. Santos has got loads of space on the right. 3 in the box. Plays it way outside the box to Cesar. Gets it back again. Do something, please. Crosses in. Marlon Charles is there. Marlon Charles has potentially secured us European football, and I'm pretty sure he did that last season, and maybe the season before as well. With that goal, we do move up into 6th place. Throw to be taken by Santos. Vite Arp gets it back. In the middle to Guendouzi. Now Edson. Edson, what's he going to do? Across to Guendouzi. Guendouzi's effort slips underneath the goalkeeper. It's 3-1. We are hopefully, if everything stays the right way, we've done our job. If Huddersfield can maintain their lead against Leicester, if Manchester United can beat Chelsea, that would be lovely as well. But we look like we're going back into Europe again. 20 minutes left to play. We're going to do a couple of changes. Di Matteo's going to come on for Vite Arp. Di Matteo, who still hasn't scored a goal for us all season, despite the fact that he's played in 22 matches in all competitions, has still yet to score a goal for us all season. We're going to do him on for Vite Arp, Frank Di Matteo, and what else? Lewis Cook for Almada. Sure, you can have a go as a box-to-box midfielder. Corner for Di Matteo to take towards the back post. It's a header clear. Zelaya collects it. Where does he go? Marlon Charles. Di Matteo's on the right. Doesn't use him. Andre gets the ball. Now Cesar. Cesar to Andre. We're going backwards. The highlight's probably just going to end any second now. Di Matteo to Guendouzi. Guendouzi to Thiago Almada. Now Charles Cesar. We're doing lots of lovely passing. Not necessarily going anywhere. Di Matteo and Charles Cesar getting their pass accuracy up there. Guendouzi to Johnny Santos on the right. 3 or 4 in the box. Is he going to cross it? Eventually does. Marlon Charles is at the back post. And Marlon Charles has just scored a hat-trick. He's just scored a hat-trick. How is he? He's a left winger. He used to be a left back. He scored a hat-trick. Well, it's 4-1 here. Leicester did equalise against Huddersfield, but then Huddersfield retook the lead. I think Chelsea is still beating Manchester United. Marlon Charles, he's got his match ball and he's decided he's had enough of football for the season, so he's gone and got himself injured. Romain Martin then will be coming on. We've got just 3 minutes to play. Nothing's going to happen. Or maybe something will. Di Matteo's corner comes in towards the middle. It's gone all the way over. It's gone all the way through. It's gone out for It's a free kick. Is it a free kick? It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Is it going to be 5-1 on the final game of the season? Who is stepping up? It is Thiago Almada. What an awful penalty that was. What an awful penalty. I don't care. We've battered Swansea. We've won 4-1. We should have won 5-1. We are hopefully in Europe. Hopefully. So we have finished 6th. We have definitely finished 6th. Manchester United losing to Chelsea meant that they bottled it on the final game of the season to gift the league title to Liverpool, who were not playing. Where are Liverpool? They were playing Southampton. Fair enough. Liverpool win the Premier League then. As I have mentioned, Zlotdanko is the key player. Of course he is. He's always the key player. Marlon Charles out for 3 to 4 weeks. Adonam out for 3 to 4 weeks as well. But it's the end of the season, so nobody really cares. We've picked up £33.15 million. And this next bit of news, I'm not sure I'm too keen on. I'm not sure I'm keen on that. We're in the Europa League 2. What's the Europa League 2 when it's at home? So looking at the qualification places, England, we are at the top. So we get 4 in the Champions League, 2 in the Europa League, and 1 in the Europa League 2, or Europa Cup 2 playoff. But who's got the league spots then? So Chelsea have, surely we have, and then Leicester should get it. Unless, maybe somebody won the FA Cup. So the FA Cup final is between Liverpool and Southampton. If Liverpool win, then we will be getting Europa League football. If Southampton win, we'll be going into the Europa League too. Right, well, what we're going to do then, we're going to go forward until the 20th of May to find out whether my team, Southampton, can beat Liverpool and pick up their second FA Cup. I assume they haven't won it since the start of the game. Oh no, wait, we're back already. We've got our end of season awards, haven't we? Christ Chole has resumed fitness. Liverpool won the league. We know all of this. We do have our overall best 11 then. So, new players joining. Thiago Almada has made his way into the squad. Feet up, Matteo Guendouzi and Big Dids as well, also joining in on the sub bench. I think all three of those. End of season awards and Edson winning the fans player of the season. Actually quite close, realistically. Edson, Lewis Cook and Johnny Santos. Normally, the person at the top has got like 70% of the votes, and it's like 12 and 4. But no, 37 for Edson, 26 for Lewis Cook, 23 for Johnny Santos. Joe Willock, as I've mentioned, goal of the season. Edson, signing of the season and young player of the season as well. There you can see on the right-hand side our best 11. Edson also collecting top goal scorer. Charles Cesar, highest average rating. Edson with most assists and most man of the match awards as well. Charles Cesar with best pass completion. Restrepo and Cook with 9 yellow cards each. And Helinho getting himself 1 red card. Season review, I think it was an okay season. Because we won the Europa League last year, I was kind of hoping that this would be a season where we'd push on and we'd be challenging for Champions League qualification comfortably. Instead, we had an awful start of the season, didn't we? And we kind of pulled it around towards the end, so much so that I actually picked up Manager of the Month. And I did completely forget that we did get some silverware, didn't we? We picked up the European Super Cup winners medal at the very start of the season, so that's something, I guess. Expectations for next season. What are they wanting us to do? Play attacking football, make the most of set pieces, blah, 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 blah. Don't really care too much about the club culture. They want us to work within the wage budget. And this is a new one. Increase commercial revenue. How do I do that? As a manager, how do I do that? That's not my job. That is somebody else's job, surely. They also want us to qualify for the Europa League through the Premier League. They want us to win the Euro Cup too. Okay. And then they want us to start challenging for the Premier League. Sure. And the final thing is Premier League goal of the season. Joe Willock did win it. Christ Chole actually in second place. So we're going to have a look at both of these goals. Starting off with Christ Chole's goal against Fulham. Picks up the ball on the right-hand side. Cuts inside, isn't he? Yep, then just absolutely waffles it into the bottom corner. There you go. Waffles it, apparently. That's now a verb. And then the big one from Joe Willock. This was an absolute cracking goal from Willock. Collects the ball from Almada here. And then he just absolutely waffles it, to be honest. Gets it here. Here you go. Just waffles it into the top corner. Why is waffling it becoming a... Okay, well, that's a thing that I'm now saying, apparently. Transfer budgets have also been announced with £30 million for us to spend. £3.2 million per week on wages. And our youth facilities have been downgraded, so we're just going to request for new ones of those. Well, a few days have passed, and as a Southampton fan, I would be very happy if this result happened. As this isn't real life, this is annoying. Southampton beating Liverpool 3-1 to win the FA Cup, which means we are definitely in the Europa League too, aren't we? We're definitely in the Europa League too. Is it any good? How difficult is it to win? We have to win that. That has to be next season's target, really. Well, I think that is going to do it for this episode and obviously this season. Next season will be season 10 and it will be the final season of this save. I've been deliberating. No, deliberating is the right word, Stuart. Well done, you got it right first time. I've been deliberating whether I actually wanted to end this save at the end of this season or push it to the nice round number of 10. I've decided we're going to go for 10 seasons. We have to win the Europa League 2 at the end of our 10th season. Once we are done, I am going to branch off the save. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to keep a personal save. I'm probably just going to carry on in my own time. But then I'm also going to do a holiday as well. So I'm going to resign. I'm going to holiday for 2, 3, 4 years, however many years. And come back and basically just see how well Newcastle as a club have actually done without me. Because I honestly think I've probably taken them as far as I possibly can. So, as if this episode wasn't long enough, it's just about to get a bit longer. After I played the final game of the season and did all of the end of season stuff, I even got to pre-season. Then my game crashed. and then I had a sudden realisation that I hadn't actually saved it. So I had to replay the last 2 games of the season. We lost to Man City, we beat Swansea, we still finished 6th. However, we're in the Europa League properly now. I was just going to replay the matches on camera, but I thought the last episode was actually quite good, so I didn't want to go through all of that effort again and then potentially just balls it up. So I've played them off camera. I don't think it's too bad, but we are now in the proper Europa League, which is always a benefit. So that is going to do it for this episode. I apologise that my PC decided to crash on me. It's not good timing, obviously, at the end of the season, but it's happened. These things happen in Football Manager. First one I think I've had in FM20 as well, which is actually quite good. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and I'll be back next season with Season 10 of Football Manager with Newcastle United.